Cut a curse? Never heard of her.
Holy absolute cinema.
Go to...
Even with British player.
British player.
Best value player on the market.
He costs a pint and 2 plates of fish and chips a day.
A cup of tea on match days, so he can get in the zone.
PG or Twinnings?
I thought Vitality would be crushed, but this surprised me. GG boys.
What did I hit?
It's all the smiley face, yummy, smiley face, beans, smiley face.
No, it is simple. Donk off day, that's all.
Pure cope.
Dream is free.
Cry is free.
Destroyed.
Props to Vitality for throwing a few rounds to make it a close game.
That's actually true. Goat's Donk hasn't even started yet. He's still hungry and will win everything.
Right, TL should cancel all tournaments. No need to play anyways, because Donk Peak called the winner on HLTV forums. Why wasting money on tournaments when a HLTV user tell you all the outcomes on the 15th of January 2025?
Smart boy. Not sure what makes me happier. Vitality winning so convincingly or Donk fans and Apex hater having a two for a minute. Such a dilemma.
Also, Rob's avenging phase for last year. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
Apex job saved by Zaiwu again. Oh, thanks God. Paycheck seater. This motherfucker.
Rob's buff.
Real.
Rob's pride of France.
Verstappen of CS. XD.
Goat Wu and Dropsicle will dominate 2025.
Apex biceps.
He will cycle to Austin Major.
Top 5 so far this year. Blast and Kato. First Donk. Second Zaiwu. Third Bit. Fourth Xantares. Fifth Robs. Full of shit this.
Tell me you didn't watch GF without telling me you didn't watch GF.
Smart man doesn't try to predict the future because smart man knows he can't.
Good for a team with 2 IGLs. Messi was IGL on Fnatic.
Right, and Flamesy wants LDVP, so guess he's an over.
It's not a bad idea, no?
Like we say in France, 2 salles, 2 ambiances.
Window no scope from Senzo! No way! It's a perfect end! What is this going? This is madness!
Hello and welcome on into the B stream. We are positioned here in Monster. We're loaded up. We're diving into the sewers to try and dredge up some beautiful gems because you know what they say, Cole, is one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, we're treasuring these 2 games here that we have remaining.
I don't even think they're trash. That's kind of messed up that you'd say that. Implying that a Vitality game is trash? That's crazy.
Wow.
This guy.
Off to a strong start.
Get a load of this guy. Thank you to Jackie and Mackie for taking us through the action this morning. Beautiful work from them. As always, just pure perfection. Looking at their smiling faces as they wait for an interview that never comes. It happens sometimes, boys. It happens. But we are going to be rocking on in, and maybe we'll even get an interview after this game. What do you make of Vitality v GamerLegion?
Well, I mean, a little bit earlier here we saw yesterday what Vitality was able to get up to, and things were not going in their favor. I think, obviously a team that can quickly get back on track has a good track record versus GamerLegion in particular. I mean, a good track record versus everyone.
What about that
throughout this
Inferno,
year.
though?
The Inferno, maybe a little bit worrisome, but I still think, right, the map pool here of Train and Nuke, the maps that we saw them take a loss on yesterday, also a little bit of a concern here. So, I mean, I do think that there's some uprising that we could see out of the GamerLegion squad here, trying to finally, pull off an upset here, and especially up against a team like Vitality. I think of, when GamerLegion throughout this year, constantly putting themselves in good positions, maybe struggling to close out. Is this a chance here to finally push it over the line and pull off an upset versus some of these top dogs?
Dude, imagine your poor GamerLegion. Just a team of young, scrappy, fresh-faced youths like Rez coming on in here. You get smacked around in the first game. You're like, okay, it's fine. We're in the 0-1 pool. Surely we'll get even easier matchups. And then you look across through the smart glass and you see Zaiwu's smiling face on the other end. It just doesn't get any easier for the guys. I mean, But hey, look, if the Gentlemates can do it, that's another team that starts with a G. Maybe GamerLegion can.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, you know, we look at GamerLegion here making some changes as well, bringing in Hypex, a player that I do really like to see in the server. Watched a lot of him before there in Beklik, and looking to see if he can carry forward some of that energy into this GamerLegion roster. I feel like, especially on a map like Inferno, I've seen some really good opping out of him. So high expectations that he can carry forward this and be a difference maker for GamerLegion long term. You know, they prioritized this move here, but not going to run it back on the Infernos here. They're going to go for the overpass pick rolling out here out of the gates. Also Vitality maybe switching things up a little bit, rolling out their pick yesterday. Didn't quite go their way in training, then instead leave it up to a decider here to close out the decider if they need to bring it to train here.
I like this mix-up. Everything worked pretty rough yesterday, so throw it out. Vitality, change things up entirely. You've always had the luxury of a pretty deep map pool. Flex around out a little bit. I don't mind that. I will say, if we're looking at the player cams right now, markedly different atmospheres. It's smiles on the faces of the guys over on the GamerLegion side. For Vitality, it is serious business, right? Because they're coming off of that long break, off of a start to the season that wasn't up to their own obscenely high standards. Now they're coming off of that break, immediately into a 2-0 loss. This is no fun right now for Vitality. They need a dub before they can let themselves smile again. So they're going to be bringing that full force, I would imagine, in against GamerLegion, and I think this is serious concentration out for the Vitality guys.
Yeah, it's full focus from this point forward, right? You want to cruise through the rest of this Swiss stage. You know the competition is fierce in the Swiss stage as well, even in the 0-1 bracket side of things, so there are no room for errors here. You've got to really right some of the wrongs of yesterday here and try and get back on track. GamerLegion looking to get into the swing of things, though. T-side of overpass start going to be a little bit tricky when you go up against a player like ZywOo. We'll see if he can bring it in the pistol. Already getting challenged here in Connector. Has to run away, setting up his teammate for success here. Rob's alongside him. Pistol dealt with by PR. And the pressure from ZywOo has to be backed out and towards the back lines of this site. Waiting for his teammates to get involved here. Great flash from Apex. Looking to seal up this site.
Okay, ZywOo bringing a little bit of action to bear here. We know he's more than capable, but going to be silenced. Now it's up to the teammates to get the work done. Flamesy chasing. That's the bomb. Drop down. Can't escape. They were thinking about slipping up Connector, but Flamesy will not be allowing any exits here. This road is closed for construction, and Flamesy's got his hard hat and high-vis vest on, and he's putting in his shift. Actually, they got rid of the high-vis vests, now that I think about it.
Yeah, they're going for a different look there.
Give me out with the old highlighter yellows. When they played the highlighter orange VP jerseys, it genuinely looked like a work site.
Just construction.
Some nice work for Flamesy.
Pretty good. Back
Collected on the USP.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff there. Like to see the support coming through there from ZywOo as well with the Apex flashes. I mean, really dangerous job from him. Trying to escape. See a lurk smoke there through Monster. Well placed there by GamerLegion. Can make things interesting. They go in for a huge force buy without a bomb plant. Going in for this Tech 9 investment, you got to have some good utility, good execution power. Flashes tossed on in. Flames are going to have to do it again, and Flames are able to lock it down from the backside of the pit. Apex again setting up this utility while his teammates are able to knock it down and getting involved as well here. So these Tech 9s don't get any ground.
This is a very nice start here for Vitality, right? I mean, first off, just to win the rounds, obviously. But also getting somebody like Flamesy started early. It's just nice to see. He's somebody who, at times, his personal success has gone the way of the team success. It's always going to be the case with a player who, especially on the P side, is initiating a lot of fights and engagements. So it's always nice to give that player a little confidence just off of the first couple rounds, make you feel like you're owning, you know, because you are owning. It always feels good.
Locking him with the FAMAS as well. Not too bad. Tough positions. It's out of Vitality to deal with the Tech 9s. That's instantly closing the distance with those guns, but they hold it together. No ground gain, not a single kill on that full force, but it's going to feel a little bit like a sinking feeling here for GamerLegion. As you said, you can get off to some statement starts here when you have these players getting confident.
Interesting that they've got Hypex sitting center console. This is always a conversation that's intriguing to have. Obviously, it doesn't wind up mattering that much, but we have some default expectations for seat placement. Just putting the new guy in the middle so that they can surround him with love and support, I'm sure. Just a wholesome hug of your teammates' positions. Apex is dead. He's been wholesomely hugged to the dome. Zybu gets a little bit of a trade still. That's a rifle picked up. It's a bit of an upgrade, and it's Mad Deagles out to cause some danger in this round.
I guess it's, IGLs that are very often sitting in the middle.
Yes.
In this case, maybe trying to buck some trends.
It could also be a logic of, I could see this working as an exercise, right? You want your opera to be doing a ton of communication. And so if you're trying to encourage a player who's maybe adapting to the communication of the team, putting them center, letting them see how the flow of words works, might help them adapt quicker. It's a thought. PR was trying to be the point man for the team, found a bit of space. Unfortunately, that space cost him. Bomb plant would be very nice here, but I don't think it's going to be afforded. Lack of armor costing in these prolonged engagements, and now Towson and Ipex maybe just trying to find some damage to chip away at the CT economy, and damage not really going to be afforded to them.
Let's see able to keep it up. Only a single casualty, some nice Deeg shots coming through, but we'll get those gun rounds out. We'll see if man sitting center is able to bring out that op there and start to challenge some of these setups. Can be tricky there, as you said, to bring in a new opper. Also one that was playing in a all Polish lineup there as well. So it's a bit of an adjustment period. You talk about the communication. There's going to be some definitely challenges there in getting adjusted comfortably into the mix here, but expectations are that he can get on track with that very fast. That's kind of the deal that Hypex is entering into this one with, so yeah, definitely want to get him as comfortable as possible. Oh my gosh, Towson can't work through the connector side. Huge tendency on the spam that lines up.
The flip side, though, is if you're trying to get Hypex comfortable and you're like, all right, yeah, no, easy road in here for a little pro league action. We're just going to have a little mouse and a little vitality. Obviously, they had some other games before that, too.
Right.
Actually work this through, but stage 2, not going to be easy. Hypex, though, brings the action right to Rops. Nice kill found. A lot of damage has been done onto 3 of these GamerLegion players. And Apex, the boost up. Hold on, nades. Nades could be huge here. They're going towards Monster, anticipating presence there that wasn't. So actually most of the damage off the utility avoided, and Flamesy spotting that clear might be calling this wrong. Look at this. Mezzy's rotating off. They're reading something that's just not reality, and Rez is going to further sell this fake. This is a huge opportunity for GamerLegion.
I gotta walk right in here.
Nobody's here.
DTR with the right read, gonna take it for free, and now Flamesy realizing they're on his ways. Flashbang at least to reclaim some long control, so a 4v4 and a chance to work through this round, but the post plant positioning is all the difference here. ZTR getting stuck in. He's going to be able to cut them off before they get activated.
Only one flashbang to get back into this. So they're waiting till everyone's in position, ready to activate off of this. Presence going to start to move now. There's the flash. Dodged nicely by ZTR. It doesn't actually get them that much. So much damage.
Oh.
But you need the kills. And just over the top, they can't quite spot. Now the stall out utility comes back the other way, and time is starting to become a real issue here. Apex flying around the corner, sets up Mezzy. Now they start to crunch, and these players are just so wounded they can't hold strong. Hypex trying to be the hero, dancing with that bomb, but they're on the defuse in time, and so Vitality keep the rounds ticking.
Yeah, ZTR was the only player right there with health and jumping around his cross. It was the perfect move to deal with him. Everyone else not healthy enough to get the multi-kills to secure that bomb site and buy enough time. So it almost felt like, yeah, just Apex sacrificing his life to try and get the only player able to work in that post. They'd be quite happy with that recovery, considering they gambled wrong, considering they had the wrong idea right there, and still walk away with the round and do so in pretty comfortable fashion in that 4v4. It's pretty stuff.
Just wanted to give him his dues again. Flamesy 7-0 start. Can be a huge lift for this team when this guy is shredding heads. Nice adjustment, by the way, in a recent update, that you actually do count a death when you die to the bomb.
Really?
Yeah, they finally fixed that.
I don't know
It
about
never
that.
really made sense that they had that for so long, not counting as a death.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I kind of like the bomb not counting as a death, just because sometimes at the end of half, you can't run away from the bomb, and so you win the T round, but then before the side swap happens, you end up dying to bomb.
Yeah, but
That's
you know what?
plus 1 death.
Who cares? +1 round, greater than +1 death.
But think about the KD. Think about the
won't.
stats.
I refuse. You can't make me. Robs will be thinking about no stats in this one, or maybe too thinking about the stats. Thinking about the stats too much. Either way, it's on to ZywOo. Need to be the hero. Player through the smoke catches him off guard. So ZywOo more like ByWoo. And the bomb going down Woo. A retake. Maybe in question Woo. They don't have utility for this, so it'll have to be Flamesy and Mezzy pinching from either side, and as Flamesy gets his head ripped from shoulders for the first death, Mezzy may just say, you know what, actually, I'm going to pack this one in, I'm going to back right off, and I'm going to save.
Got to say, I would really like to see, when I look at ZywOo's economy,
Okay.
I see $8,600.
Large amount of money.
I see that maybe he survived the last round with a rifle,
He did.
but his teammates did not, so he can toss his rifle over, he can buy an AWP. He had that cash from the bank and didn't spend it on an op.
He was playing for the long game. He was leaving it in that safety deposit box. He was ready for it.
Oh, plus 1 death for Hypex, apparently.
You know what's kind of nice? In our insanely digital age, where it feels like everything is tracked and accessible from your phone, I kind of like the romance of a safety deposit box. Where, like, you need a physical key
I'm all about
in
it.
one location,
I'm all
and you
about
gotta
it.
go to it. And, like, maybe you could hide that key with, like a scavenger hunt, a crazy mystery. You could leave it mysteriously in a will to somebody. Like, there's a lot of cool things you can do with a safety deposit
no,
box.
It's like
key.
treasure.
It's like just one of these few things. I think the romance of the physical is something that we don't have enough of.
It's like having
Nice.
a digital or not, what's a film camera? Yeah. Just a little bit of extra touch. Maybe the extra effort makes it feel like it's that much more valuable when everything's so easy.
Tend to look very pretty as well.
Yeah, they're cool.
Player tucked in the corner here. Apex, does he get cleared? Yes, but not effectively. Now this one's looking a little better for Vitalite.
Ooh, CTR, though, uproots it in the back of connector. Just when you think they've got a little bit of safety, CTR is still sticking around there. They thought that connector was clear. They thought their path out of this round was running through short. ZywOo with the missed op shot, but again, with his weapon of choice, a lot of different options to defend, and a player that you can trust alone on this A-bomb site.
You'll note that information, right? They're like, okay, ZywOo is on A with the op. We will be going B.
Understandable. And they're really stacking up this A-bomb site. It's only Mezzy in heaven right now. Spin goes in to cause some distractions here, but they're committed, and it's just going to be another situation where you have to play for the retake. Mezzy trying to buy a little bit of time, trying to do some extra damage, but will concede the site. As Flamesy wraps things up with the flank, more of a chance here to make things work, but now he's spotted. Exposed here. HE doesn't go exactly as expected as well. Flashbang going through, and it looks like the Hypex wants to give him a duel. He will rein it in and take their focus in towards Graffiti.
Now they got the time to play off of. There's a kid on Mezzy, but only on Mezzy. And we know there's not one stuck in towards the site, so eyes on that. Flamesy, first opener, Mezzy drop. Kit needs to be retrieved. It hasn't been. ZywOo should be able to pick it up en route, but he hasn't grabbed it. He's just battling here. So time of the essence. And no time, no chance, no kill. It's all Hypex.
Never seen you miss that big against us before.
Sorry, what was that, Ash?
I couldn't quite get that one. I did hear something about ZywOo in the mix.
Never seen him miss those before?
Ooh, that could be it.
Maybe?
Let's see if we get it on the run back here.
You're not
Never
gonna
hit that.
hit them, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hit them, bro. All right, we got a little trash being talked here from GamerLegion down 4-2. I like this. Building some confidence in your young Opera as well, who's just grabbed that op for himself, taking it off the corpses, ZywOo. That's maybe the coolest way to get an op in the game of Counter-Strike.
That is a big pickup right there. High value gun to take out of the hands here, and again, just kind of set some of that chaos. We've already seen the decision here from ZywOo. A little boost action, but sent packing.
Note that ZywOo is glass cannoned in this one.
I again like the priority here of the op, right? I think he could have benefited from it on some of those A plays there that came through with his ability to get those multi-kills, with his comfort dancing in the back of dice. So capable of making rounds happen.
He's kind of the guy who defined the meta of not really prioritizing the op, though.
Yeah.
In the early days of CS2, of the beginning of this year, rather, of really only picking it up when the money afforded them that luxury. So this is the difference, right? But it's the nature of Overpass. Yeah, you really do like having that Zoom banger.
I think he realized that after that first A round that they attacked, having that scope is such a luxury. And Rops here looking to provide a multi, catches the shadow first and instantly deals with the pressure. Trying to land the trades here. Great flash setup from ZywOo, supporting his squad. As Hypex tries to flush him out of the corner. Won't be able to. The chase down coming through from Rops is good. And Apex with a jumping shot to seal up the A site. There you go. Vitality responded in a big way.
That is one of the fun things about Overpass, is how much you can utility support your teammates across the map, right? Site to site. The verticality of it is just something that you don't get a lot of, right? There's a lot of situations where you can flash from a site towards mid on maps. But B site to bathrooms like this, it's a bit unique.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a important part of the game as well. Here for this map, if you want to control the CT side, flashes over connector when you're in con are so important. So a lot of times that's the job of these B players, is to support your players on A that are getting aggro, getting in the face.
Hero AK here in the hands of PR. Bit of a head ripper for this squad. We know he can be deadly with a gun such as this. But for now, it seems like they're just going to play around on the slide a little bit. Maybe some hopscotch? What's your favorite playground game as a kid?
I like the monkey bars quite a bit.
Can you still do monkey bars?
Yeah.
My strength to weight ratio does not make
Makes
it
it tricky.
Doing a bit of the climbing has helped. I could do some monkey bars, but when I was a kid, you know, you're so light
it
compared
was
to how strong you are.
incredibly easy. Yeah. When you're a little kid, you can rock that pretty simple, but it is definitely harder nowadays.
It is crazy when you go to a climbing gym and you see a kid and you just whip up that thing.
Yeah.
Nice angle on the off, trying to create some space here. PR long since gone, but they do at least cause some bits of damage for a round with not too much investment.
Zoe's just having a bit of a tough time. Whips out the pistol. Does the job. Those are some tricky angles. I hate headshots with the op. Never the place you want to be aiming for. Feels against your instincts. Unless you have a scout. Then you can go for those headshots.
I was a big freeze tag guy back in the day.
Freeze tag, I like kickball. I was a big kickball guy.
Kickball, great. I will say, I don't think I ever mastered the ability of actually controlling where the ball went when I kicked it. You just kind of hit that thing as hard as you can.
Punt it, yeah.
Get solid contact.
You punt it, you gotta run fast. I did get in trouble one time because I slid on the concrete to try and be safe in kickball when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
It was a sweet move. I was safe. But the teachers did not like that one.
How are your legs?
All right. It was a smooth slide.
Uh-huh. No gravel in the knees?
Yeah, a little bit of road rash. But it's all worth it for the score.
Sometimes you got to commit. It's like sticking your feet near the flames of a Molotov to try and get an off pick. Nice flashbang. Good utility combinations coming through here for Vitality early. They look to find their 7th round. Rops lost, though. Gonna cause some problems in con.
There's some of those flashes over connector there. Rops just never allowed to make the escape. He's quickly turned this half into his favor. Started off, 0-4. Now is 8-6. Finding a lot of confidence in these last couple of rounds. A very sharp turnaround for Vitality on the CT side. The 4v4 leaves him in a decent position. Flamesy left into a bit of an awkward spot in transition, though, backing out. and seals up a headshot as a fadeaway here. Now the reaction coming through from GamerLegion is swift. They were thinking about it, but a hesitation will cause them to pull on back here and rethink their approach.
I don't mind that, though, because you're dragging out the last little bits of utility here. There's one incendiary left for Vitality. So we saw the incendiary protocol with a nice response from Mezzi. This is going to be great. Mezzi acting like he's the solo defender here, trying to distract from FlameZ. Problem is, well, there were still some flames, and now it won't be too much of a problem indeed. Zyru got down Khan in time. It's all good. You were hoping that they wouldn't have any more mollies. That was not in the plan. It would have been the
perfect setup.
That's not what you wanted.
Unfortunately, the Flames do deal damage, but what we know here so far is that Mezzi's still able to perform in these anchoring positions, still able to bring those multi-kills. I felt like he was trying to haul his team across the line there on Train yesterday and just couldn't quite bring it on home on the CT side. But Mezzi still locking it down as an anchoring position and bringing that double down before he goes out of the round is fantastic work. Even if the bait and switch setup doesn't go your way, Mezzi doing enough.
I thought yesterday he was probably the brightest spot for Vitality in a very disappointing series for them. Especially on Train, right? He was just such a nuisance towards Ivy, where it felt like there was a lot of focus in that game plan, and he was always exacting a heavy toll when they tried to get past him. So he's looking good. Vitality looking quite good here. Feeling much repaired.
I feel like they're playing with a lot of confidence on the CT side. This is a half buy with Tech9s in the mix. They're getting aggressive all over the map. In connector, now through connector. Now FlameZ is committed. He's not falling away from this position and running a little bit low on ammo without a single kill to be connected. And Robs was pulling through on that flank, but he might not be able to activate in time to deal with the presence in connector. He does find it, though. Threads in the needle, and again, hesitation from GamerLegion going to take them down.
The problem is they didn't want to cross the bomb back over with Rops here, and now they have to. And he's just going to mow them all down. That's the round. They knew he was here. They thought they'd chased him out. They had for a moment. He comes right back, and Rops asserts himself. Could be the ace. No, PR will deny it as the bullet runs dry out of his magazine.
One-way street.
They left the bomb. They left the bomb behind. You need that. Guys, fellas, 10 seconds.
Man.
Fellas, this is not the round you wanted to be saving after time in. This is not the round.
Rez has to find a rifle, maybe?
Get a gun. Rops. Where's Rops's?
It's somewhere in connector, I thought.
Golly, that stinks.
Yikes.
That is not the round you want to be saving. Oh, no. That hurts.
I'm not sure what happened there. There, a little bit of a collapse. They missed the timing of the picking up the bomb and at least giving it a go. And GamerLegion again, feeling some of that pressure here. Young team that always has high expectations to be an upset roster. Looking to create some chaos here, but they just can't quite seal it up. Rops, again, who was slow to activate in this game, has exploded on into the server. He is continuing to create frustration, continuing to play active in these rounds here. Connector spacing being a big problem in these mid to late rounds, and unfortunately for ZTR, that's just being a Deagle being brought into this round here for him. He saved in the last.
Nice guy, ZTR.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we know that Rez can be a huge firepower piece for this team, and often he is. Well,
oh, goodness.
This round, PR and Taos are going to be taking a bit of a backseat, so there's certainly guns available if ZTR could get to them, and he does. Hops that right off of Rez. Says, all right, I'll take that back now.
Jeez.
And at this point, ZTR one man against the world as they have just been annihilated.
This is off the back of the Ash timeout, right? This is the last thing you want here. You're a
Oh, wait, hang on. Headshots lined up. ZTR puts the pieces together. He's taken what looked to be impossible and made it improbable. But ZTR still a man against the odds. And it's Mezzi, the next one he spots, so information given up. But ZTR knows he can't slow, can't let them adjust. Fighting through the wall. Desperation leaves him out to dry.
Had an open A bomb set, obviously doesn't have that registered, just goes trying to take the fight where he knows his opposition can be. But again, off the back of this timeout, a Off the back of a little bit of a breather here, this is what happens. Flamesy, instant double opener, more activity out of ZywOo, and everything coming up Vitality's way. They're going to be incredibly happy with the way that one worked out. Complete shutdown of the game plan. Vitality giving GamerLegion no option. Last round of play here. ZywOo continuing to take full space on this A side. Knows there's another one around the corner. Dancing. Avoiding his op scope so far. ZTR able to thread in some aggression, and Hypex walks through the smoke just at the right time to save his teammate.
That might have been a little too much confidence from ZywOo, but you like to see it. You like to see it when you're having the hot hand like this. If anything, we often criticize ZywOo for being too reasonable, too disciplined, not showing us the flair. That was bold, to say the least. Let's see if it costs his team around.
Well, it's the luxury here of playing with this squad. When ZywOo does fall, there's so many different pieces to pick up here. Flamesy still looking like the hot hand. Apex might be the one, though, that has to do it in this round. They're thinking about taking the space here, and he just gets caught by Towson. Walking up long. Turn to that corner. Into a bit of a lackadaisical duel. And Mezzi on the scene. Can he lock it down on this A side? Gonna need to bring in those massive multis. So much damage being done there, but no kills provided. It's just gonna be Flamesy and the 1v4. GamerLegion could find themselves a third.
Unless Magic Man out the smoke, straight into death, making no wasted time in that. A third round to try and mount their defense off of when we come back. That's a much happier Vitality. Many more smiles on the faces. Maybe going for some bolder plays there towards the tail end. And GamerLegion, to be fair, have given themselves just enough. But Vitality looking much restored here.
It looks, again, like we're getting a confident ZywOo taking plays. Rob's constantly going for the aggro. They're set up by Apex. I feel like you got all of what you're hoping for out of that CT side for Vitality. Now, pretty straightforward way to close here, up 9-3. We'll see if they can make it comfortable. If GamerLegion will make them work for it.
We're dancing out by the first hole. A little sausage on the line here. Whose? Well, we'll find out. Utility in the hands of Apex. Smoke, Molly, Flash. Slimsy seems to have donated over the extra weaponry. Themselves a nice first half. But it's T-side now, so it's back to being the sacrificial lamb in some of these spots.
Does seem that way. The double P250s. You can see that they're looking to take some fights at range and hope that GamerLegion will apply it. Right now doesn't really seem to be the case, though. Very passive positioning. Some jump spotting on B. And that leg muscle's working in, and ZywOo able to open things up under res.
You could say ZywOo. The spirit of the French is in you.
Yeah. A little ZywOo.
That's why you give him a P250 and let him buy armor. C'était le ZywOo. Hypex might need to repel the spirit of the French right now. He's got a little bit of a spot. They've overlooked him, perhaps. This is a chance for a bit of a backstab. No eyes gone his way. Now they've spotted. Okay, element of surprise gone. Messi very quickly dispels any thought that that might be a problem. And the burst of players back over the dumpster find themselves tossed in the trash. It falls to PR. Gotta smoke. Made some footsteps here in the bank. And they're not letting him cash any checks in this one. And Apex is back to shouting, which is a very good sign.
That's right where you want them right there. You want to get it loud in their face and making sure the opponents know. We saw a little bit of that from GamerLegion when they got on the board there. We're able to spring into action on that T side, but right now it's been all Vitality.
I was very concerned. In the first half, they went up like 4-0, and I didn't hear any trash talk coming out from Apex. I was thinking, is he sick? Is he unwell? But no, just business. Business-like. I wonder how important this one is.
Got to build a healthier lead. You know, build up a little bit of insurance here. First things first, before you start.
Oh, this is interesting. They might want to go for the aggression here. Robs is stuck in. Apex is pulled back around to address Monster, so there's a huge chance to punish Robs early on, and that's, well, what's going to happen, but Robs makes it difficult for them.
I mean, he just heard a massive amount of aggression right there. You got the players spamming the wood wall, causing the distraction while two players chase you down. No one on Vitality in a position to strike, though.
Yeah, they didn't have any positioning towards A, right? So they don't know if it's safe to go up con. Can't really read and react too quick, and especially that the nature of overpass is that you can assemble those stacks and then move them so quickly on the defense. It is the real power of this map, especially in these limited rounds like this for GamerLegion, is that you can just reposition these pieces all around the board. Might be getting caught a little bit out of position now for this B defense, anticipating that they would have moved off seeing that stack, and Vitality have not taken the bait, but likewise, they're still making this very challenging indeed, and now the kills start to stack up. Rez is next to follow, and Hypex with just a scout. Can't really see a window where he gets back into this, and Apex will give him the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Fearless right there. Connection for the close, and that force spike gets completely shut down, right? I mean, I like the vision rolling out there for GamerLegion to collapse on the short side, do so as a unit. I mean, you mentioned Vitality not in a position really on that A side to take any space on back. What they do is, as soon as they open up those doors, they're ready to enter into that bomb site without any hesitation. Everyone on Vitality having the buy-in here. Even though, you know, they enter into this tournament off the back of a break, and they do so with a tough loss. Just how the fate at this roster can bounce back, and That's what they're showing here on this map of Overpass here. The map pick rolling out as well for GamerLegion, of course.
That is a key detail here. We're going to Dust 2 next, and Vitality have had a lot of fun on that map. When they get to flex their firepower, when they get to have a lot of fun making the individual plays and reads.
Being a little force buys for maybe the remainder of this one here. Apex just destroys Hypex out of the gates.
And I mean, we can see this is a stack up, right? Especially with the nature of that force buy. If Vitality start gobbling us real estate towards A, we may just see a situation where GamerLegion lose their appetite for the round at all.
Who's the better Pex? I mean, I guess it's Apex in this one. Took down Hypex.
Apex over Hypex?
Yeah. Apex just had to answer that question real quick.
It is always interesting with younger players when you find out where their name comes from, because sometimes it is inspiration of somebody that they watched. Just adding that X on the end. Nice little move. Good flashbang door pop combo. Even if he had found a blind kill, would have been nigh on insta-traded. Nade does exactly that. ZTR setting up Towson, but Rops overruns this just too damn quick through the smoke. Check his settings, because Rops is tearing GamerLegion asunder.
Oh, it just saved him from walking into that stack right there. Breaks it on down with a stray bullet while he's on the run. Connects onto the headshot. I don't even know how Saiwu found that kill. 3 teammates right in front of him and still managed to make it work. Nice. And again, Rob saving them from a very dicey situation. Apex quite happy with that one. It's going to be 4 Famasis and an A1S. Limited utility, GamerLegion grasping at straws here for the CT side.
Desperation. Just never able to show us what the real plan was on this CT. They're trying to go for this boost. Rob's already past it, and Towson is gone as a result. Just that extra second of hesitation allows him the room, and Rops is always going to capitalize. The player has slipped out towards the barrels. Goodbye. One more. Okay, it's over. It's over. I'm willing to put a stamp on this one. Rez is worried that there's a guy in con, and, well, that's not the biggest of his fears. Trying to clear this out just so Hypex can get involved. That bomb's going to go down. This is pure desperation, and Rez won't even get to think about it. Demolition. As Rops is hungry for blood, and he continues to whet his appetite. Hypex position known. Yes, Rops lost, but there's no world where he gets back to this bomb, much less does anything about it. Vitality are back. Take command of Overpass and show that yesterday might have just been a blip on the radar.
Yeah, we get the reality that we were a little bit nervous for GamerLegion, right? They have to walk on in here to Pro League and enter into the stage 2 with the opening matchup versus Mouse, and then their gift for going down CR1 is this Vitality squad. That is just devastating, and it's, you know, kind of the worst case scenario. Vitality just dominate throughout that first half. They show that team cohesion. Maybe when things get a little bit rocky, they're so quickly able to unify. You start to see that great utility on the executes, the counter util that's coming through out of Vitality, and all of the right things that we saw throughout the first half of the year are flaring up in this matchup.
And it's not just that they have Vitality, they have a locked-in, pissed-off Vitality who are mad about the way they lost yesterday. It's like the worst case. You're like, wow, why is it gotta be me?
You saw them furious, ready to just beat up on GamerLegion. That's exactly what they get here. That's just brutal stuff.
Now, all that being said, there is still a chance. We didn't really get to see the proper defense from GamerLegion, so if they had been able to build a little economy, maybe win that pistol, maybe this would have been a different ball game. We know you can get commanding CT sides on Overpass. They might be able to show us a little bit something more on Dust 2, right? I think we should give credit to this is a talented GamerLegion squad. Problem is just who they're up against. There's Vitality out for blood, and GamerLegion right now.
Things back on track here. Make sure that they do not let things slip, that they don't go into the danger zone of an elimination matchup here for a team that's been so consistent. So looking so far so good.
I feel like I need to pound the table here, but I don't think that's how the very real screen. Yeah, hold on. All right, hold on. Desk slam onto our table. It kind of works. It kind of works. We need to sync up a soundboard here with like a wood knocking sound, or maybe just the sound of Karen breaking his mouse. one of those things perhaps could be added into the sound.
Make everyone nervous that someone's knocking on their door. That was a big thing when streamers used to have like donation noises that you could put in, like YouTube videos
For the knock.
Yeah, that was a good bit there for a little while.
Terrifying. Terrifying. Well, we're going to take a break. We're going to consult this chicken and see if there's anything that it has to tell us about what might be coming on Dust 2. We'll see you on the other side of this.
Had to happen. Everyone else is upgrading in terms of the firepower. They were lacking that. But making 2 changes, you know, to the roster, replacing Zontix with Tnir. Zontix was very experienced already in Tier 1, you know, major champion, Katowice champion, Cologne 2 now. That seemed like a much bigger risk. So it is, once we see Spirit get to some of those deeper stages of the tournaments, once they get to an arena potentially, right, where you really see if this can all work. I don't think there's any doubt in the fact that they have more firepower in this lineup, but how will it all mesh together?
Here we go.
Time will tell.
Need this last round desperately.
Won't make a difference.
It will make
It
some of a
won't.
difference.
Nothing will change. It's over, Henry.
Nothing will change. Yeah, fair enough. It is my job, though, to make this game at least somewhat interesting, exciting. I'm grasping at straws, admittedly.
That's why they call you the optimist, Henry.
That's what they call me. And now, a 5 versus 4. But the thing is, though, noted is the lack of utility for the CT side. I mean, they have to play kind of heads-up Counter-Strike here. Try and find another advantage. A 5-on-4 when you've got no grenades simply will not do. Oh, they're being pincered in. It's going to be very uncomfortable, stifling almost, as Norbert makes it work with the Famous. And it looks like Tnir will have to go huge once again. Shiro brings it back to a 3-on-3. The AKs have been deadly. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're done here, and Hotu have done it. They find themselves the all-important third round, and this game is back on. It's 9-3.5. Can they take us to a third?
know them. They did not prep this map that well. They don't prep 5 maps. They're gonna lose to themselves.
As they will have the pressure to finish. We just need to be calm. Just need to play well again.
Ross's attention has been drawn elsewhere. Free frag taps his head. Zywu up against it. Can he come up clutch? Kingston's low as well. A clean click. Oh no. Zyu's doing it. Matt just stabilizes. Oh, Flames, the first one, not looking. Oh, Magis. Monacy makes that short-lived. Good from Kingston. Oh, Menzi from Flames. It's all theirs. Another Falcons round. Never before has a team slain the Giant, taken the bonus, denied a Grand Slam.
Coming into Melbourne, it was an opportunity that we never thought the start of the season would be given to us. We come into a chance to be able to win the Grand Slam. I think when we won Cologne, it was like, okay, maybe we can win a couple of tournaments and get close to it, but you never think so far down the line, okay, now we bring in Rops and now is our chance, now is our time to be able to get things rolling, and now we're here at Melbourne given the opportunity to be able to win the gold bar and put ourselves in the history books.
Actually, we were not really focused about the win streak. For us, we take mostly as a bonus. For us, it was really important to bring good mood, to bring like good energy during this final.
I'm very excited to be playing with Nico again. I mean, I haven't played in a lot of teams in my career, and the only team I played, it was in Navy Junior Academy and in G2. I mean, I didn't expect myself to leave G2. Just some weird feeling came with some day, and I felt like I need some change. I feel like when you have this feeling, you just need to do something with that.
The other guys on the team had a bit of concerns how long it's going to take for Ilya to fit into the system, but I told them I think it's just going to be very natural for us to just get him on the team and implement him with everything that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. First event, we had literally no practice at all, and it's amazing to have him by my side.
Very happy to see him on the left side of me. We could be losing 10-2 or 11-5, doesn't matter. And I felt like we can always come back, and that feeling was very, very nice.
I don't think we were really focused about Monacy, Nico. I think we are focused on ourselves. They have no pressure, they just play with Monacy. It was the first tournament for them. We had good discussion before the game about how we can play, how we can be able to not be stressed during this final, because for us it was really stressed.
Vitality on the precipice of an era of their own. Falcons, with a single day's practice, have found themselves on the stage. Does the honeymoon end on a sour note?
Let's go, guys. We've played this final with balls. You guys are the best in the world right now at your roles, so let's show them.
Let's show some beautiful CS, no?
You request, okay, boys?
Raise the stakes and I'ma make the climate change to straight line. From inside, we ain't the same kind. You go with the flow, I control like decided. Now, who's ready to win? Confetti over your legacy, let it begin. Cause I came from gold trophies and fame, they gon' notice me. I'ma take my story from pain to pure poetry.
They needed the smoke, and now they've taken down Nico.
Pushing, so they're splitting A, boys. Close. I'm holding cross. Nate. Nice, boys!
He's up close and personal E-box. He will need to do some combat AWPing to win this round.
And that's the headshot foul. Monacy dips back. Rob smoked. Oh, the re-peek into the... There he is! Oh, 3 down! He doesn't see any of them. They're starting to aggress. Oh, isolation of the jewels. Apex racks up 2. They're already advancing. This is quicker than they're ready for. I don't think Matt just even considered this. This is madness! Apex takes their own train!
Lights, camera, action, showtime. I'ma reach my goals for sure with no time. So what's your motivation? You already know mine.
Dunks on Tesses! Nico, what have you got? Oh. Nothing! Moving through the window to chip damage on the nade. What? Falcons are doing it! We're gonna have to need all 5! Tenacious as ever!
Matthew, we can do electronic or something. To go electronic or to go down? Oh, to move electronic. Okay.
I think On paper, it looks like a very good lead, but when you play, this half can, turn around very quickly. It's only 6-round difference, which, can come down, losing a pistol or first gun round, and then it's kind of equal already. We obviously felt very good in the moment.
Let's bring more energy again. So one round at a time, guys, okay?
Yes.
We step up individually, guys.
Yeah, just make sure we listen to each other. Like we said in the break, whenever we make a plan, whoever says it, let's go through it, or we say cancel and then we make a new plan. Good job, we got these last rounds. Let's have a good CT side and we're all good.
Hey, Rush. Straight in.
Breaking door. Fuck man, I'm blind. Out.
Out. One close to Tetris, I think.
One, I think both.
It's okay.
Stuck. Nice pussy!
In the absence of others, it's Mezzi that stepped up for Vitality. A must-win pistol converted.
On fire and one main, okay? Almost fast radio.
Talk outside. Get on me. Outside, some.
Guys, I'm walking around, guys.
Yeah. One main.
One more main, one config as well.
That main.
AC.
Say this.
You're just going to have to give over 10 rounds. It's critical right now that they hold on to this. Take the random kill main.
People actually know because I know I've opened.
Go loud on the cross, the rest not so much.
Rob's pushing ramp, Z and Hart.
Rob's going to clear through lobby. Magis is going to have a test. Oh, the pre-aim was there. He just second-guessed it for a moment. Robs will profit.
Here's the acceleration. They have to go.
They're coming.
Level. Don't shit.
Zywa reveals him. Jump scare. Oh! Kickster gets the bomb down.
It's planted.
On the top of his head. Nico. Good stomps. Zywa.
Invent stands it. On secret. Saving.
Get back. Be ready.
Nice. Under Kevin, guys.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah! Nice! Let's go! Nice. We keep going, boys.
Goodbye, guys.
Let's go. I buy your scout.
Robin will do the first delayed ramp. Yeah.
They have shoved all in. The investment, the MP9s, there's a tag, but you need a miracle because Taz says he's just ripped away the opener.
Nice. It's full buy probably, boys. They have 2.4 or something. Just take it slow. Let's go secret, okay? Make a plan, guys.
I'm gonna try to go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna come with you though. One in secret and one secret.
Shots. Messi dips away, removes Monacy from the pack.
Scout was under heaven. He might be holding you, boys.
Let's try to go back down.
I can try to search main a little bit and you guys be ready to go down.
Nice. The pick back lobby?
Yeah.
Main.
Calzo just cleared lobby with a scout. So much going on from behind. Kickson makes a meal of that.
Bob's going big.
He knows what to do with the 3R. It's just Flames, the unknown entity. Kickson onto Rob Shaw. Flames in the perfect position. Oh, it's looking. Kickson just turns around just in time. Has he got it in him? The bomb will go down. A clutch that would have to save Vitality.
Probably no kit.
I'm going against Splitter, okay?
Nico's low. Tessa's alive. Elevated position through the smoke. It will be about tracking a reaction. Shot. Oh! The aim! The brain! The game saves them!
Let's go, boys. Guys, they don't have the best buy. Guys, it could be the best comeback of all time.
Yes.
In our final. Let's go, boys.
Oh my god.
Nice try, guys.
I mean, for Kickson, I knew I had to, he was 1v1, so I have to kill him as fast as I can. After that, I knew I had to go really fast. If Nico tests take good position, I have no chance. Actually, I don't remember how I knew Tesses was there, but I remember how Nico going ramp, running a bit. So I knew it was either going dark or going towards ramp. The normal position when you feel comfortable is to play above. Mostly in the final, you will play comfortable position and will be he will be upstairs. Up. Obviously, you have to mix it up every time in the clutch because you cannot always play the same thing every time. People will know that there's so many anti-strats, so you need to always change your mindset. How about that?
He's a very humble guy and he's never going to be chasing MVPs or chasing #1 in the world. He does have that ego as well. I don't think there's any player in the world that would be happy with finishing top 3. I think he wants to be that #1 spot. He wants to be making sure that every player knows that he's the #1 player, and I think this year he's got that bit of ego and a bit that edge to him where he wants to prove people okay. Last year was your chance and now I'm coming back to take my throne as well.
2024 was a mistake. I want to give more I want to show more like to people, also for the team, like semi-final, grand final, we are stressed, like for Grand Slam or anything. I can push myself even more. I cannot be like always the same Zaiwu I will be like for the 7-8 past years. At some point I will be less good, so I need to find maybe new energy, new thing to also push myself, to bring confidence for the teammates, like seeing your star player like screaming, give you energy and not let you alone.
It's fine. Zaiwu always has a round. This was a Zaiwu round, boys. Let's not think about it. Boys, they are still frustrated and they will still probably pressure us. They have pushed the middle late. So let's just, in my opinion, peak main, Ilya, but let's do a slow round, boys. Okay?
Now Squeaky looking for a duel. Contact play.
One overextension, one misplay. Messi forced away. His position noted. Magic still focused on Maze. Back is turned. There's Tesses. Into the site is Zaiwu. Apex flattened. Tesses a double. Zaiwu going to be tested in the Molotov. Goes down to Kingston. Oh, he can't get both. Flames his MP9. Chips in. Kingston versus Robs. No idea where Robs is coming from. Knows he's the ramp player.
Ramp player. Be anywhere.
Rob is up. Get offside.
14 seconds, Kingston. If you really got the audacity to go drop it. 10, 9.
Rob's just chasing.
Down. He can surely deny the plant here. 5, 4. He hears him coming. Hoping Rob's overextends. Oh! Kingston comes up clutch! And he just stands up! That moment right there from Kingston. That will deny. Team Vitality are way back in.
One round.
Welcome back in here to our lovely little sewer tunnel. It's cozy in here, maybe a little damp, kind of stinky. But you know what that stink is? The sound of success. The sound of success? The smell of success for Vitality here, Cole.
Yeah, it smells real nice. Especially over on Dust 2, going to be their map pick now to lean in on. They just put up an absolute storm on the first map of Overpass. Didn't have any troubles, really. I feel like the consistency came through there from start to finish. We saw some... I think most of all, like the biggest issue that Vitality faced was not really getting Zaiwu on and off as soon as possible. And outside of that, that only led to 3 lost rounds there. It was a real statement victory when they needed to come through with some statements. We saw the energy heading into the start of this matchup, and it was very clear that Vitality were ready and rearing to go with a point to prove in this matchup, and they bring that one into full fruition here.
They do indeed. They do indeed. So nicely done for Vita. That's gonna get some of the nasty thoughts from yesterday out of their minds as well. Sorry, our studio assistant is busy messing around with some cords, so I'm a little nervous here because he doesn't have opposable thumbs. So it causes some difficulty there, but he seems to have settled down for the moment, so we should be able to get this game underway, as he has not messed with all of our monitors. GamerLegion. Tough draw. Could just look at it that way. Tough first map. Don't really ever get to get a proper buy on the CT side, so never really get to show us the complete picture of what they'd be hoping for. Now it's Dust 2. How do we feel about Dust 2 for GL?
I mean, like you said, they didn't actually have a full gun round. They never really gave themselves a chance to get all the utility out, anything of that nature. So you're going to have to look towards the CT side to maybe lift off, get things back underway here. Maybe Hypex with a little AWP action to try and challenge the free fire that Zaiwu was having in that first map, as we'll get our answers here quickly. Maybe a pistol. Maybe start off with a bit of a statement, get your head in the game here. But good news is they did have themselves a nice long breather in between maps to try and right the ship.
Inhale, exhale, Ash-led yoga session. Quaddies here in the lower tunnels. This tunnel is full of pistols. So many of them going for a little high-low stack here. There's a little high-low on the other side as well. This Flamesy seems to have the same idea. Flashbang to enter. Nice kill onto the one. Zaiwu, does he want to commit into this fight? He does indeed, and he will come out on top. So, Quaddy setup. Kind of run off the road here. PR leaving himself Just a teens exposed for a moment. We'll think better of it. They gave Zaiwu dualies. The dually master himself.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous.
Can't be giving that man dualies.
Can't be giving. It's like giving back in the day, giving a Krieg over to a CT side, man. It just was over. The half was over.
What an interesting meta that was.
This pistol round very well could be, but not in the worst of positions for GamerLegion. Got a quick rotate in middle. Got some good utility also being tossed out in res at range here. How do you close the distance on this guy?
He's got a lot of tools to work with, right? Nade gonna go out. That's gonna soften players up. Very chunky indeed. Flashbangs out. Now ZTR putting shots through smoke. Collects on one. Now we've gotten straight into a brawl. Zaiwu dancing around the edge of that smoke, though. Here's those aforementioned dualies, and he is punishing them for it again and again. You let me get them pistols, and I'm gonna take 3. Bomb down. PR. What do you have to show for us? The bomb is not actually down. I have lied. Oh, but Rops takes that lie and runs with it.
Bomb not necessary. Right there, just a win through eliminations.
Is a fake plant really just a lie?
Yeah, it is.
Why are Counter-Strike players so deceitful?
That's a good question.
All I do is plant bomb and lie.
Nothing but deception, man, for these players. Turns out a bit of a useful tool, as is the dual Berettas on a pistol.
Well, if you were hoping GamerLegion were going to have an easier start to this one, keep hoping, I guess. There's a force buy.
Scout and play. Hypex does have the scope. We'll see what he can get away with here. Already spotting some contact as GamerLegion getting very shifty in the positioning, trying to set up for early long control. They establish it, they get the smokes down, they get themselves forward positioning, and they do have time to spread out now. PR, if you're getting caught there and tucking in towards the cubby, you do anticipate that Vitality are going to look to use a little bit of that utility that they have to flush these players out of position.
Res PR combo. Not a combo anymore. Not even a wombo. Not even a one bow. There is no bow. No one going on over here. Towson. Too many things to cover, too many things to look at. He gets the first, the second as well. Towson nearly picking up 3. That was very nicely done in an impossible situation. It doesn't
oh my God.
really tip the scale, but that kill onto Zaiwu does. Things are getting downright interesting. Massively out of position, but the opportunity is ripe. So, GamerLegion, you just don't trust the top. And I can understand that. It's probably the smart call. But golly, they gave themselves a chance.
Yeah, Towson, man, just such a challenging spot right there. Nearly finding 3 rate with the MP9.
Even if he killed 3, Robs would have been out to trade it.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
not bad.
Very nice.
Those bodies stacked up right there in the same position.
Ooh, synchronized swimming?
That's coordination right there from Vitality.
Hear me out, that kind of looked like shrimp in that position. Are you?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, shrimp.
It's like a shrimp cocktail of T players.
He just like perfectly lined up there.
Need some horseradish sauce. Dip them in. Can get a spicy
what sauce?
Cocktail sauce with the horseradish.
Ooh.
That's what you have shrimp cocktail with. Cocktail sauce.
Is that what cocktail sauce
Yeah, it's
is?
Horseradish and a little like tomato sauce thing.
Okay, well I do like that.
You want it nice and spicy.
I didn't know it had horseradish in though. That's like figuring out that, you know, something's healthy for you.
I don't know if horseradish is healthy.
Like spinach in the smoothie, and then all of a sudden it's like you're not as much of a fan.
Flamesy eating his vegetables. Looking Popeye strong out here in towards mid. I hit all the headshots because I eat my bread knots.
Are those good for you too?
I'm Flamesy, the entry man. Toot, toot. We're not there.
Apex drop the bomb. Is that from Popeye?
What is that from Popeye? You don't know Popeye?
Oh.
What are they teaching these youths?
I never.
What are they
Popeye was.
kids?
I think Popeye was before your time.
Yeah, but you gotta have some. You gotta have some reverence for those that came before, for the history here.
I mean, no, I wasn't a big Popeye watcher.
Never seen the golden oldies?
Oh.
What about?
Did watch some Roadrunner?
Looney Tunes? Yeah, you seen some Looney Tunes? The Golden Age of Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But that's kind of
Not
carried
hopeless.
on there. Popeye, not so much.
Well,
What
here's the way
Popeye
it
in the
works,
past?
okay? Here's the way it works. Maybe not super with the times. Popeye has his girlfriend Olive Oil. She pretty much always gets kidnapped or harassed or harried in some way by Bluto.
Mario.
He's a big old brute.
Yeah.
And then Popeye pops a can of spinach, eats the can of spinach. His arm goes pop. He's got a big old bicep. He whacks Bluto, gets Olive Oil back. That's pretty much the plot of every Popeye cartoon, I think.
Oh.
With some variants on it, but that's the basic theme.
Okay.
If you know that, you basically understand what Popeye's bringing to the table, and then it's just fun animation things.
Sounds like a hoot.
And he sings the song, I'm Strong Popeye the Sailor Man, because the entire cartoon, and that is not a joke.
That's some good funding. I mean, they
I would like us to bring back product play. I feel like that's, yeah.
No
reasonable plug.
Smoke.
Right to your teammate.
Yeah. PR still in the danger zone, and it turns out they will be watching towards middle, but then just catches PR on the aggro. A little bit overexposed now. Zaiwu looking for more. Avoids a flashbang. The reaction towards long, just threading the needle for Hypex, trying to get activated with this up. He's not going to be able to escape. Can't make it around the bend. Not in time here. Drop's going to figure out what's going on there towards B. Gets his questions answered. A is fully clear. They've got 2 lurking players, so the save is tricky. That'll help at least. There's just no good options here for GamerLegion. It does feel like the trend is quickly continuing here.
Okay, hold on. Here comes an op. Ooh, nice. That makes the save a whole lot better. Well, that makes it a whole lot worse.
Rez is an opper. We know this.
He can do everything. It's all that spinach. Actually, I think he was talking to Joe Rogan about eating raw fish straight from the ocean.
Yeah, a little bit of the fish oil.
That's what you
Good
need
for
to keep that youth
serving
up.
the youth.
Whoever's eating right here, it's not satisfying vitality stomachs, I'll tell you that much.
How did he die?
Well, you know.
He could have gone anywhere.
Botulism.
Oh boy. That's funny. Hand off the keyboard maybe. Thought he was safe. Not the case either way.
Get a stretch in.
Oh yeah.
Have a little sip of the old beverage. Towson is a multi-beverage person right now. He just put the cup down for whatever hot beverage he's got.
Yeah.
Gets the water out for a little hydration beverage. He's cycling. Drink maxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of see that I'm in a similar boat there. I do like to have multiple drinks on deck. Maybe
Ash
a cold
checking
drink
the
and one
notes, kneading the forehead. He's having to go deep into the thought pool here.
Yeah.
Taking a journey in his mind palace.
Haven't really gotten a whole lot going on their CT side just yet.
You have the AWP. That's saved through from the last, so that's going to give you something. And I mean, ideally, if you're GamerLegion here, you want to get like 6 or 7 rounds.
You just baited everyone. He's doing the hand motion as well, guys, just to keep you updated.
Try to keep with the times. Flames eat, nice shot. Rez gone. And this is GamerLegion off of the timeout with that hero off to a rough start in this first map round off of the timeout. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
It's all right.
I tried to make one up-to-date meme and my brain shorts.
That's how it goes. You just short-circuited everyone in chat as well. Clap's not working. Looking to get their follow through there. Flames is on 6 kills so far.
Could be 7.
The op looking to deny that. Just catching a crosshair. I feel like Hypex's scope has been avoided so effectively, but Zaiwu gonna moonwalk back into it and collect here. Flamesy down as well. So a little bit of pressure being put onto Vitality, but tapping out PR. They're collapsing on the rest, and just when you think they're in, GamerLegion get knocked back down.
And now it's a different mission for Hypex. It's live, survive, and he knows he has to deal with Rops to do so. If he can't kill Rops, the pinch is going to come through. The chances of the save, minimal. So he's hoping that Rops will check the door.
Rocking with the...
Chance to slip. Mezzi's the problem now.
Oh, we should be able to find him.
Mezzi is the problem. Rops coming back to it.
Oh my god!
What? Not to the box. All right, Hypex. It won't help you save the up, but it does give some style.
How do you even do that? He didn't even see him. He just muscle memory.
Sometimes you just gotta click, man.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots, you don't quick scope.
Yeah. I feel like the very quick of Hypex are very flashy. He's had the connection to deal with reaction angles that when everyone's throwing flashes at you, turn your crosshair and avoid the flashes. It's one of the moves that I feel like he's best at.
Simply not looking at the flashes.
Yeah. Well, having the sensitivity to turn the flashes.
Flick that thing. Crazy style. Hypex looking to flick away. And back to dodging that flash, I'll tell you that much.
He does not like getting forced off that forward angle. Notice that he had to fight for cat control. Gets pushed on back, and with the limited resources that you have, I think this A side through Catwalk is largely his responsibility. They've gone all in, really, on this B side play. They're not going to rotate out of it, at least not for now. 45 seconds left on the clock, and maybe this deck is all for the best. PR set up for massive success in his position. His teammate jump spotting, trying to draw in contact. Will he be cleared? He should be overlooked in theory. He definitely is, but a trade is instant. 2 more to deal with. A lot more than they bargained for on this B bomb site, but Apex finds a massive entry and nothing out of res. 3 players stacked up on the bomb site and only 2 kills.
Hasn't this just been the name of the game for GamerLegion so far on this map? It's like, got the right positioning. We got time to start to be an issue. We got some things. Oh no, we're all dead. Okay. Well executed from Vitality. I mean, praise heap the other way. Vitality are looking like the well-oiled machine we know they should be, and they're looking extremely confident when they're taking space, when they're trading each other out, when they're going for these side hits. It's looking good for the Bees. Swarming out the hive effectively, right?
Onto the B bomb site. Yeah, I do feel like, you know, as you said, the execution power right now out of Vitality, well, we didn't have to see it all that much on Overpass. Felt pretty straightforward. The GamerLegion camp was constantly left without utility, without firepower. Here on this map, even when you have the right reads, even when you have the right idea, from the very start of the round, they had 3 players stacked over. The setup was deadly, and you get a single kill. You can have a sinking feeling in your stomach that the firepower right now on GamerLegion just isn't able to reach what Vitality's bringing to the table right now.
Technical clues. Referee on deck, taking a look at what's happening here. Ash writing poetry. You'd think it'd be Counter-Strike strats. It's not. Hymns, odes, haiku.
See, that's another thing. I mean, obviously the tablets in the modern day, different usage that we see. I like a nice notebook.
Classic, classy.
Again, it's just the tangible feeling. I feel like when you write something down, you remember it better.
It's nice. It's nice. My handwriting,
it's on.
Shit.
Yeah, me too. I should be the last person advocating for pen and paper with my handwriting, but it's more so for my brain that I can remember it, not really for anyone else's. But definitely suggest going old school sometimes. Typing can just feel a little bit, I don't know, automatic.
Automatic. So it's about golf then. Kills coming through, stacking up once again. GamerLegion, just nothing, suffocating on these kills. Down to 3 players already. They've barely done any damage back the other way. It's pressure up the catwalk, and it's all onto PR, who swings into action and swings into a kill. Denies this space, at least for the moment, to Vitality. Smoke up to block as well. And Saiwu adjusting off the ankle, but spins away from danger and into a kill. Now the ball makes its way over towards B. They've got this B control. Saiwu is dead, but Rops is already 10 steps ahead of you. Flamesy wants out of there.
You don't like the position that they're constantly left into. It just feels like Vitality are running all over the map. Okay, thought he was going to fall. Dead to fall damage.
He's going to go. He's going to go for this.
He's walking that way. That is going to... He's got some strong liftoff right there.
Looking like a rocket jump.
He needs to be into the dunk contest. They can revive the All-Star games in the NBA.
Give us Ichi nade jumps. Like if you nade yourself and jump perfectly, it gives you a little lift.
A little boost.
Boost to something you can't get to.
Yeah, that could be the move.
New mechanic. Let's think about it.
Yeah, CS2, we thought we had too much new mechanics with the HEs.
Add one more. Res.
Well, there's an use for the HE.
Boy.
Doesn't give them the relief they needed.
Didn't work too well.
No. Bit of a timing shot there from Saiwu. Still connects, and you would hate to see the HE on Res again. Deal with him so that he can't play another round.
He is backside. Rops does have an aid. It
Please
is
don't do
possible.
It. Please don't do it.
Rops.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's doing it to him.
Oh, wrong site.
Shallow.
All
Mezzi
good.
has killed PR elsewhere though, so there's still big problems on for little old GamerLegion. Hypex can be the hero. Can't quite track. And CTR lost. Bodies are starting to drop here. Hypex forced out of position. They've lost long. It's just devastation. It doesn't really matter where Vitality want to go. They're fighting everywhere. They're finding the kills everywhere. GamerLegion just can't do anything about this. They can't seem to impact the round until the save is definitely on. And at this point, Rez, he's thinking, what are we even going to do? There are no solutions right now.
Yeah, this is just a textbook level of play here from Vitality. You are winning every duel all over the map here, and GamerLegion trying to fight for space, trying to fight for control, can get absolutely none of it. You are feeling suffocated out of every round, and somehow it's Rez, the last man standing here, who started off on low HP. Vitality could do no wrong. I think that Saiwu and Rops might have been talking about that HE right there. Everywhere you go, they're just collapsing on the map. And GamerLegion trying to find solutions. They're trying to find answers with the aggro.
This is, I mean, how can you not be this kind of frustrated with the way that this map is playing out? It feels like you have no ability to impact the round, and now Hypex has no head. Decapitated through the doors. They're trying something. Rez is just trying to force an issue somewhere because they know something's got to break their way.
This is absurd there. Another opening. Constant damage being done by Saiwu through the doors. Even them in these deficits early, they've constantly been a man down. Taking some time to shake things off at this point. And hey, maybe you can trust. And 3B defenders. Maybe Towson does something special with that MP9 again. Does seem like they want to head that way, at least a mid to B smoke to feign some presence. and put some threat on in. We'll see if that's the case. Instead, it does seem like GamerLegion's nightmares will continue, and it is going to be into the solo defender of PR with a deagle. This is exactly the right target here for Vitality, and
oh boy,
so brutal, man.
Oh man,
As you did not have to do him like that. Don't even give him a chance to shoot his gun.
I mean, that's merciless. This is just... We expect this caliber of dominance out from Vitality, right? But it was so rocky in that first game.
Oh my god!
And now it just feels
what is this?
It can do no wrong. Every shot lands, whether they can see the opponent or not. Towson.
Knifeable? Knifeable.
I don't think... He doesn't even get to Robs! He doesn't even get to Robs! Because Messi's there quicker.
Oh my god! Rez, you better hide.
Our poor observers
out of
right
there.
now, trying to keep up with how quick Vitality are getting these kills. There is just no survival.
I'd hate to be playing Vitality today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Jeez. All over the map. Just like, why do you have to spam them through the smoke there? That's just unreasonable. Oh, they are just having an absolute ball. Yeah, smoke it. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. You just feel like that was going to hurt you.
It was close.
Deep in your pores. Yeah. Brutal.
We made it to the B site.
True. No one's dead. We are 20 seconds into the round. So that's a little bit of a win for the Legion.
It's a huge win.
They have the gamers.
This could be the round.
It needs to be. I'll tell you that much.
Everyone's still kicking.
I'll be honest, I think this ship may have already sailed, but if you're going to try and call it back, this would be how it would start.
Yeah. Why not start now? Avoiding the crosshair so far, but I don't expect that to remain. Look at this little smoke there. Maybe a lurk smoke up the catwalk. Because right now the vision definitely looking like they want to head up mid to B, but just as I say that, some more emphasis put on this A side. The Opera is positioned towards long to deal with any lurking presence that won't come through, so it is going to be riflers that have to defend this A side. That's not the easiest of tasks up against this Vitality camp.
PR needs to get a little something. He has an incendiary, but where do you put that for maximum impact? Here it goes. Effective stalls this out. His head's gone. Okay, absolutely deleted. Never mind. Hypex and pressure. Could flashbangs as well to force him off the angle, so we can't do anything about this. In towards mid. Rez cannot win out that fight. CTR traded quickly. A 2-on-3 here. They've got to go. They've got to go. You can't keep waving the white flag and backing away. You need something.
Oh.
Even in an advantage situation, Towson blocked off by a Molotov. Are they really going to back off of this one? Zywoo won't let them. Zywoo won't let them. You cannot escape from this man. He's going to run you down. Zywoo is out for blood. And Hypex is just trying to save his op. Oh, Zywoo hears him. And Zywoo is hungry. Flashbang to keep focus out towards long.
He's definitely going to go for the kill.
Why not? There's nothing to lose.
Right?
Everything to gain. Here comes the motion.
It is.
Full out on it. Hypex hears him. And Hypex will survive. So the Zywoo Beast slowed down at least for a tiny moment, but all it allows you to do for GamerLegion is save a little bit more. They had no impact on this retake. It's devastation once more from Vitality.
Look at the activity from Zywoo here. And maybe you give him that op save so that he challenges you towards middle in the next round. You won't oblige though. Hypex rolling it up.
B rushing. B rushing.
Zywoo taking a deep scope here towards B. There is not a lot of defensive utility, so if this was a quick motion, inviting them on in, Molly goes out and towards lower. Rez somehow not ticking to that though. And forces a smoke out instead. Oh my god. Bullet sent right over Rez's head. and he's able to escape, but just barely.
This is the best positioning GamerLegion have ever had in an early round, though, right? They bring pressure in towards lower. It's a heavy tunnels play from Vitality, so they don't really have an easy response to that. It's just Mezzi holding pressure top long. Like, this gives them something to work with. But they're going to have to disassemble it as their own utilities fading, and they don't have a ton to keep refreshing.
Regression.
For a tunnels push, this is huge. Into upper, what can Rops do? Can't find the punish here. Advantage right now for GamerLegion. That's the bomb dropped as well. Now in their control. Now they can start the whole Dominion.
No way.
Surely in this one, but they're not expecting ZywOo to walk through with the tech. And ZywOo just brings utter devastation. He'll be fast on the cross. Hypex is snapped around. That flashbang catches, but not for long. Can't track through the doors. And ZywOo, they finally had some success, Cole. And ZywOo says no.
They knew who they haven't dealt with. They know who they have to deal with now. Slow on the uptick for the motion on in for this retake. Lurk smoke out. And ZywOo still rocking with the Tech 9.
He went through smoke, man. Unreal. Unreal. Flashbang over the lip. They've got to get this retake. There are no other options. Desperation sprays through smoke, just popping bullets off. ZTR's got to get tapped onto the bomb. It's their only hope, and there will be no hope. No ray of sunshine. ZywOo has brought all of the clouds to cover.
Oh my god, just when you think you've got yourself some ground, the bomb was down, you've got the smokes in order. You never expect that sort of disrespect rolling through out of ZywOo, but pushing past the smoke and dealing with the pressure, the two-piece with the Tech 9 to blow the round open and deny GamerLegion any relief in this series. Anything. 18-6.
The absolute domination out from the Woo right now. The boldness being shown. They're going to work as a death ball again. Flamesy's ahead of this smoke. He's a little further up. Now teammates to support. Flashbang to set him up around the lip. Here comes the play. Flamesy can't quite lock it in, but the trade is there. He's built space for his team again, and Rops goes ahead of it to go 1-for-1 fast duel on this catwalk player. Hypex. Again, only to the tune of 1, and it is this ZywOo man who's alive. This man who has just been pure devastation for GamerLegion. But the question is, when does he address long? Gone to the rifle here. There's Stink. Now they know about it. Now they know about it, but Rez has got the kill. ZywOo trying to force the issue, being chased down. Elevator almost makes it work again. But this time, no. 1 round for GamerLegion right at the end, and that is all they'll get. We have borne witness to an act of violence in this first half where these young, fresh-faced, bright-eyed players over on GamerLegion were brutally rounded up and beat down by Vitality. I mean, just terrible. Terrible to see.
How rude of them.
Let's see if GamerLegion can find a little bit of fight of themselves. They definitely need to find their spinach in this one.
Eat it on up. Zaiwu has been eating his veggies here, and he's overlooked. How is he this sneaky? His teammates finding the first bit of contact here, and now Zaiwu's still able to activate. Flamesy finding the rest of them, and absolutely nothing going for GamerLegion in this pistol. Walking through a gray screen smoke. Flamesy eating them on up, and it's going to be a quick one.
I have good news for the GamerLegion fans out there. You will not have to watch this much longer. This is just ruthless suffocation from Vitality. Whatever was going on with them yesterday against the Gentle Mates, they have dispelled it.
That's a very big round there, right there, that shows kind of how things have been going. I feel like, you know, Zaiwu's an insurance policy. Didn't even need to call upon it. It just looks like everything is going right.
They can do no wrong. That nade didn't do any wrong, I'll tell you that much. Did a lot of wrongs to GamerLegion, perhaps. Hypex.
Oh my god.
41 HP. Well, he won't for long. Everything through the smoke. Everything through the smoke. Every lineup. Every shot. Zaiwu at least down to 1 HP, but you gotta feel he's still gonna somehow find the kills, and it's Apex instead queued up. 3 men against the world to even just maybe give them a chance to think that there might, maybe, perhaps, possibly be a comeback.
Per chance.
Probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, they got to get through the the old 5v3 here first.
Oh, Apex.
Walking through the smoke at the perfect time. That's a nice reaction from Towson.
Okay.
But still not leaving them any relief here towards middle. And here in the rotation for Mezzy, a freebie. An instant dismissal there. Another bit of damage. Towson in middle. Doing it all here. This could be the round of all rounds, but instead the bomb hits the floor. And Towson going to need to complete it with the 4K. Going the long way around.
That work, and it's still not enough for Towson. 3 picked up off the Tech 9. And 25 seconds, still an impossible situation where he has to get the kill against a full HP Flamesy.
One more Tech 9 headshot.
From this range, 10 seconds. Has to force the issue. Can't go quiet about this. Has to go. Flamesy waiting for that audio cue. And here comes the motion. An easy spray down on the dropping player.